Thank you for being here, folks. Today, we're diving into the world of Great Danes, those gentle giants that make you question your life choices every time you try to fit them in your car. Seriously, owning a Great Dane is like having a horse that thinks it's a lapdog, but let's get to the important stuff: naming these magnificent creatures. Here are the 10 best names for Great Danes that will make you feel like you're living in a canine epic. First, Zeus. First up, we have Zeus, a name that screams power and authority. You call out Zeus, and suddenly everyone in the park is looking around for lightning bolts instead of a dog. Just be careful. If he starts barking at the sky, you might want to check for thunderstorms. Second, Titan. Next on our list is Titan. Because when you have a dog that could easily knock over your coffee table just by wagging its tail, you need a name that reflects that kind of strength. You'll be out there saying, "Titan, come here," and people will think you're summoning a Greek god instead of just trying to get your dog to stop chasing its own tail. Third, Moose. Now here's a name that's both funny and fitting. Moose. This name is perfect for those big boys who think they're just oversized puppies. You call Moose, and suddenly everyone thinks they're at a wildlife reserve instead of a dog park. Just don't be surprised if he tries to eat the picnic basket. Chtvrti Goliath. Goliath is another great choice. It's a classic name that suits any Great Dane who thinks they can take on the world, especially if that world includes your neighbor's cat. You'll find yourself saying, "Goliath, leave Mr. Whiskers alone," while trying to prevent an international incident. Femta Bear. Bear is cute and cuddly, just like your Great Dane, until he decides that your favorite chair is his new chew toy. You'll be out there calling Bear, and people will think you've brought an actual bear into the park. Just make sure he doesn't start fishing in the pond. Sixth, Hercules. For those who want something strong yet mythical, Hercules is perfect. This name fits any Great Dane who thinks they're invincible, until they trip over their own feet. You'll be yelling, "Hercules," while he's busy trying to figure out how to get off the couch without knocking it over. Seventh, Duke. Duke is regal and dignified, a name that suits any noble creature who thinks they run the household. You call out Duke, and suddenly everyone assumes you've got royalty on your hands. Just don't let it go to his head. We don't need any royal decrees about treats. 8. Rocky. Rocky is for those tough little pups with big personalities. You'll find yourself saying things like, "Rocky, what are you doing?" while he's busy trying to climb onto the kitchen counter. And let's face it, with a name like Rocky, he'll probably think he's ready for the heavyweight championship. Devati Apollo. Let's talk about Apollo, a name that radiates charm and charisma. You call Apollo, and suddenly it feels like you're in an ancient Greek drama where your dog is the star. Just be careful. If he starts demanding sacrifices, like treats, you might want to rethink this whole naming thing. Diseti Scooby. And finally, we can't forget Scooby, a name that pays homage to everyone's favorite cartoon, Great Dane. You'll be out there calling Scooby, and people will either laugh or start looking for Shaggy. Just remember, if he starts talking back, it might be time for some serious training. Now let's take a moment to appreciate how naming your Great Dane can reflect both their personality and yours. Imagine walking through the park calling out Zeus while everyone else is yelling Max or Buddy. You'll feel like you're part of an elite club where only the grandest names are allowed. And let's not forget about social media. With names like these, your dog will have more followers than most influencers. Picture it. Meet Titan, the dog who thinks he's a mountain. In conclusion, whether you go with Zeus or Scooby or even Moose, remember that naming your Great Dane should be as fun as owning one. So get creative. Mix and match until you find something that feels just right. Thank you all for being such an amazing audience today. Remember, life is too short for boring dog names. Give your Great Dane something that matches their larger-than-life personality.